Hello and welcome to Dresdale, PlayStation 4 City Skyline City. Today I think we're going to focus again on our industry DLC, probably our oil. A lot has happened since the last time you and I have talked, and of course if you're new to the channel and it's the first time, well welcome. And of course if you have been watching me all along, well welcome back. I hope this city's been helping improve your city. So, what did happen? Funny enough, right after I turned off the recording for the last episode, probably 10 seconds later, I think the farming hit level 4, or the oil hit level 3. One of our industries leveled up like almost right off the bat. And then shortly after that, within the next few minutes, we hit the next milestone. We got 38,000 population. So those two kind of things came together. I did have some time today to play, and what did I do today? I left the DLC for the most part alone. I think I added a couple barracks just to boost available jobs so that we can kind of push this thing to level 4, maybe 5 today. And we got to look at this and probably do the same thing here. We'll do some more zoning to get bodies in here to help level us up. Let's see. I went ahead and worked on this mountain range here, where we had our monorail come through. Just decorated it, gave it some trees, some taller trees at the bottom, shorter ones at the top, some rock formations in here. So I think this is looking pretty good. A lot better than what it did look like. Just kind of come through here, and you can see just like I said, just the different rock formations and everything kind of coming together. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm glad we kind of picked that route for our monorail. It gives the city some character. I also filled in the rest of this area here with some trees and a couple rocks, around our roundabout. Just to, once again, just kind of fill things in and just bring everything together in this area. Make it look nice. Maybe we'll also extend it out to this road later. We'll see how we go here. What else did we do? I went ahead and made like a little Japanese area here. So for those of you who may not be familiar, there are some Japanese assets. It's a Japanese creator pack. I think I got it with one of the packs I bought over the holiday. It was on sale. It's in here in the uniques. It's in this area here. There's all kinds of different assets that you can get. So I went ahead and I think I put down like the department store, like a hotel. I added a second fish market because I feel like fish and like Japan, they kind of go pretty well together. Like, I don't know if you would agree or not. It just seems like the Japanese culture has strong ties to the sea, like make seafood type stuff. So I felt that like kind of went in with this, and then here's some of their assets in here, and then of course I zoned this with like from the monorail over with the organic commercial. So once again, this kind of gives it a little bit more of like the natural type, seafood, organic market type vibe is what I was looking for in here. And I think it kind of came together pretty nice. Put some fencing in just to give it a little bit of detail. And some fencing around that building, and sometimes just a fence can make things pop, make it look a little better. Put a little path in here, and people are actually using it. I ran some buses down here, so we now have bus down here. So I added a couple bus routes that help feed our monorails. Just a couple quick little loops. One or two buses. That's it. Moving maybe. Let's see, how are they doing? Here's a bus here. And he's moving some folks. I mean, not much. Just like I said, two, maybe moving a handful of people here and there. Here's the other bus. He's doing a little bit more because once again, people come to a commercial, they don't leave, they die here. So he's probably on that route. He's on the bringing people around route. I mean, you can kind of see the routes here. Just once again, it's a loop. Kind of brings people to the kind of our Japanese themed area here. You know, it stops at the monorail if you need to hop on the monorail. Picks, you know, this is our museum, so it picks people up there, and then we have a path between, and then another bus route here, because I didn't want to connect these bus routes because I don't want to short circuit our monorail and have people prefer to take our buses. So I was trying to keep them separate, but yet allow people to go through a path to get like an interchange here. And like I said, there's a couple buses here just picking, scooping people up and just bringing them around to different places. Helps level up the buildings. And once we kind of fill in some of this area, they'll get a little bit more utilized, because they have stops down here at these areas, but there's nothing else really down here. And then I went ahead and you know, I put this path in. I made it the dirt wooden path. I don't know, just sometimes I like to put the wooden path in. This looks cool to me. I, you know, detailed a little bit in front of the train station. You know, got us a fence in here. That's a natural reserve fence. That's our natural reserve park gate there, so it looks okay. Like I said, got some trees in here and everything like that. Because I was having a little bit of issue with traffic down in this area. I could see the cars starting to kind of stop and stutter, and sometimes it's not a car problem, and it's not a road problem. Like it's not like you don't have a good transit, or you know, you designed your roads poorly or anything like that. It's just that you have a train station like this dumping out thousands of people, and they're walking down the first street they find, and then they're crossing the main intersection, so then, you know, that's blocking your traffic. So don't be afraid to put in like a nice walking bridge like this. You see how many people are on this bridge, right? So these guys are moving pretty good. And then I had this open space, so I wanted to kind of, you know, highlight a little area here. This is kind of as a thing you can do if you just use the props, and the props are, you know, you can use the props. I did a mix from the different park DLC stuff, and then in here in the leisure area tab, over in this like props position, you may or may not have this. I don't know if this comes with a DLC or not. You got all these like little props, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. There's like, I don't know, I feel like there's a bunch of random stuff in here, but you can use it to, you know, build a little area. This is the zoo. I think the zoo like tiling. This is the city park tiling, and then you can put, once again, I got like the natural reserve fence in here. This I think is maybe the, I don't know if it's the ore fence. That's a different fence, and then I was able to connect, you know, some more of the natural reserve fence, some trees. This is like a little grill and a little like food stand, or some, you know, this is, you can sit down in here and eat some food. And then, you know, a gazebo, and there's a couple signs that maybe a little visitor center kind of thing. You walk by, you know, you look at the map of like the area, maybe there's a couple routes, and we could do some of the walking paths and stuff like that, which we haven't done in any of our areas in here. So I might do that on my own, or maybe if you want to join me, we can do that then. But I just wanted to, like I said, provide an example of, you know, this might have took me 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and you can kind of create like a little thing, a little propped area that you can imagine you can kind of go to and sit and get something to eat. Maybe you can come off the train and get something to eat and sit outside and kind of watch the traffic go by or whatever. I think that is it. I still have more detailing to do down here. But I think that, like I said, is it for now. All right, let's get jumping back into our industries DLC. One last thing. One spot I want to keep an eye on is the traffic in this intersection. It's flowing okay. And we have this traffic light in. I mean, it's not backing up. I was working in that one area over to the left, and I kind of came over here and I saw that it was backing up a little bit. It could have just been that some trucks or something, you know, it was this truck traffic that just happened to, you know, catch my eye. But this is probably our busiest intersection. And it's the problem with it really is we have a lot of high density residential over there. And the only road, so this is like the only main road down into here, and that's the only intersection that gets you into there from their point of view. I mean, they could come down to the roundabout. Maybe some of them do, and use this busier road, or bigger road. But they're getting to, that's like farther away, so they're hitting this intersection and say, okay, let's go down here. And then once again, we have this arrow here is kind of messing us up because we have the turn here and turn here. I think we're also getting it here. I mean, we have the dedicated lane, which is helping, but I've seen people in this lane pile up because they're going straight, and some people are turning, so it's kind of like blocking the straight from going straight instead of this being straight, this being straight, and this being a left turn. But there's nothing we can really do about it. I tried doing different road combinations, and I was able to get it to kind of the way I wanted it, but then the roads that I had to do to get there, I was like, yeah, no, I'm just good. We'll just leave the traffic light there for now. But other than that, like I said, sometimes you get a little backup. Maybe there's some vans and some different trucks in here that are messing things up. I think our traffic's still like, it's 91%. So it's not like it's terrible or anything. We're doing pretty good here. Alright, so we're doing much better with our import and export. We're down to 600, not 1,000. So that's good. Alright, that's all I have for that. So you can see it backing up a little bit, but then it'll clear out over a few cycles. And I'm wondering if hooking up some ferries will help. I don't know if some of that traffic is coming from here across this bridge, and they're just driving down the road here, and coming down here, and then coming over this way. And maybe if we have like ferry in here, it'll pull some of those people that are like in this area, maybe in this area, and keep them off coming down this way, and just have them take the ferry in. I mean, we'll see. But we have mass transit coming in, and our transit system's doing pretty good. It's moving quite a bit of people. Where is it here? So, I mean, we're moving we'll say 7,000, 8,000 people roughly. I don't know, 40,000, so it's 20%. Our citizens are taking, well, 20% plus there's some tourism. So probably like 15% to 20%. I mean, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. And I mean, we might also be able to fix some of this here if we hook this road up to here and maybe do the cargo train in here, because maybe some of this is truck traffic blocking this up. It's hard to say, but like I said, it's going, kind of coming and going. Traffic lights kind of doing its thing. I feel like if we zone more in here, this is noise sickness. This is regular sickness. Noise pollution. Normally they had the headphones on, so I might have to do something here. Dezone them, or they can just go to the hospital. If we zone in here, they might go through here. And I'm thinking about running a parallel bike path here and doing maybe some kind of express path with a bike, so like the people can get here through the bike. I mean, it's gonna, I don't know, it might mess up my park. And we could go underground. So I think you can put the bike lane underground, but I don't know. We might have to rework some stuff to do that. Maybe move this over, flatten this out, and put it right next to here. I don't know. Maybe bring it down here and somehow sneak it along here into here. Like tie it to here. I wouldn't mind just like sneaking it in. So we could see, maybe we could sneak it around and then dump it into here. Kind of like hook it like that. And maybe we won't do it at all, and people can walk. Alright, to the industries DLC. So some people might click on this just for that, and they're like, oh, you went on like a 20-minute rant about detailing and traffic. That's not what I clicked on this video for. So sorry if that's what happened. Alright, so we're at pretty much its perfect steady state. Our you know, our resource here is about 50%. That's where we want it. It's going to, you know, it's going to fluctuate here and there, but that's pretty good. The only thing that caught my eye was I think the petroleum's a little high, but we're only using 8 trucks to either export or make deliveries, so we still have 22 trucks available. So it's not like all those trucks are out. So it's not like a big deal right now, but it's just something we just got to be cognizant of. Same thing here. We're at 72, but they're not exporting anything, so you know, I'm not too worried about it. If we saw all our trucks going away, that's when I would be worried about it. I should be at 1% and hopefully never more than that. So our flour is okay. It's a little low, and we're doing pretty good with our animal products. So everything is looking like we're doing okay. We're producing a good amount. The warehouses are kind of functioning how they should be functioning, and we're kind of running smooth. In here, we look at this guy here. He's in the 50s, so that means that's good. He's not, you know, we're not having trouble with it. We're not producing too many crops, but this, you know, we're overfilling the storage unit. So we have a really good balance between everything that we're, you know, on the oil side and on the farming side. Let's see where we're at with the leveling. So we have 540. Oh, campus. Oh, we won a sports game. That's cool. Or whatever. So we have 540 of 800. We have 670 positions, and we're producing. We're not quite there yet. We're like halfway there. So it's going to be a while before we hit level 5 at this, I think. I mean, we could try and push some production a little bit, but I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. So maybe we'll just hold off on that. Let's see what we got that we could use to drive production. So we got some unique factories since we leveled up. So let's see. So far we've put down the plastic factory and the bakery. We could crank them up. Maybe we'll just do that. Crank them up to like 125 or 150, just so you know, it causes more demand, and then that means we put down more assets to meet that demand. So more jobs. That means, you know, and then of course more production means we level up faster. This requires forestry, so we can't, and we don't have the forestry down yet. I mean, you could set those warehouses to balance, and then they would probably import, and then we could import the raw material. But I think we're good for now. Lemonade, we need glass. We don't have metal. This we could put down the clothing factory because that needs plastic, animal, and crops. So we could put that down. I mean, we could put that down in here somewhere. You know, just for now, kind of in between the two of them. Like maybe we could pull a road off of that. And maybe we will do that. Something like this. How do we want to orient it? We want to orient it this. Oh, we could orient it off of here. You kidding me? Let's do it like this. Oh, that's perfect. Let's put it right in here. And then they both can get to it. Easy, easy. Should fit right here. I can't see with that thing in the way. The chirping message. Ooh, it went in the ground. It's in the ground. What did you do to the earth? I destroyed the earth. So let's look at the power situation, because we might be able to get rid of some of these power lines. Maybe we'll just run a power line from here. Alright, so let's connect it. It's connected there, and it's connected there, so they can go here. That. Let's fix the dirt. What we could have done is raise the dirt here, or maybe we'll do that and bring it up. That might be actually better, so let's do that. Let's make it on a hill. We got a bad thing about putting these down is then you gotta find a place to put them if you mess up. So we can do something like this. Maybe look at this hill here. So he's on this hill. So maybe we'll just flatten the hill a little bit here. Because he was like in here, right? So maybe we'll take it this level. Kind of like push it this way. Bring it this way. Something like that. And then maybe just do smooth this out a little bit so it doesn't look like such a hard edge against the end of the map. That, let's see how that looks. Maybe we'll come off of here and just push it up a little bit so it'll allow that piece to be okay. We can do that. Okay, so now we're on a hill. Now it shouldn't be as abrupt. We got a lemonade factory on the hill. Where were we? Here we are. Let's try that. Then we can smooth this out. And maybe we'll move it later. Smoothing out the land, smoothing out the land. I guess we can run it. Or they can come and deliver products to it. While we're tinkering with the dirt. While we're playing in the dirt. Okay, oh, that was a little bit too much. That doesn't look too bad. That should make us some money. What else did we get? I think that's probably it. Alright, that's good. And then we want to drive up our oil a little bit more, right? Was it, or was it, no, it was a forest, or the, I keep saying forestry. It was here, right? Because we got 638, and we need more workers. So we don't really need more products yet, although we probably will now. So maybe we'll put one more farm in, or maybe we'll put another orchard in. Oh, we're doing okay. We'll have to keep an eye on this guy here. See if they take away a lot of the animal products. And what else does he use? Plastic, right? Everything uses plastic. It's like the most used resource out of all of them, I think. This seems to be flowing okay. It's doing pretty good. I'm liking this, man. They just drive right in. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I think it's working. I want to do 2 tests. So on the next tile, I want to test, can I serve a community with just fire towers and the helicopter depot. I'm curious to know if you can build, if you have at least a decent amount of water, you can build like a helicopter depot, say here, and then maybe a helicopter depot like over here, and then use the fire watch towers instead of fire stations to trigger helicopters to come flying out and put out your fires. Because I mean, I don't know in your cities, but in my cities, I don't think I've ever had more than like just 2 maybe fires going at one time. I mean, especially if you're playing with dynamic weather off, because if you're playing with it on, you might get a couple lightning strikes that could like set some of your buildings on fire. But excuse me. I mean, I haven't really noticed a lot of fire. Like, it's not like I got like 10 buildings on fire. Well, see, I don't have any fires right now. So I'm wondering if the 2 helicopter depots, that would give you 6 helicopters. You could put out 6 simultaneous fires. And, you know, if you spread them out, maybe they'll cover a couple different areas. And the fire, because the fire towers are $100 a week, roughly. I think like 90 something. But a fire station's like $550, the small one, and they're like, I don't know, I forget how much they are, the big ones. I don't put the big ones down that much. So I'm wondering if it's going to be more cost effective to, like, if you just need like a handful of fire stations, and it's like I can cover a whole entire tile with like 10, right? So say it takes 4 fire stations to cover a whole entire tile. So, you know, 4 times 500 is $2,000. But what if I only need, you know, what the one, maybe like one fire helicopter depot for like 6, you know, for half my thing, so like 4 or 5 tiles. At like, I think they're like $1,400 or $1,600 or $1,800 a week. And then maybe I only need like 10. You know, so like $1,000 worth of on a one tile. Maybe not even 10. Maybe I just need like, maybe I need 10 stations, so it costs me $1,000 a week in fire towers, and then I have the depot that's covering 4 tiles. We'll say it was $2,000, so it's like another $500. So like for $1,500 per tile, say I can cover my fire instead of like, you know, 2,000 some whatever it is for the 4 fire stations. I'm just curious to see if it'll work, because I noticed when you put the fire towers near the road, it like highlights the buildings do turn blue, like then they get happy. Alright, so let's see what we're doing here. And I'm just talking because I'm waiting for the dust to settle from putting this thing down. Yeah, we're making some money now, 90 grand. That's not bad. We haven't hit the 6 digits yet. Just not, which is uncommon for me. I don't know how much money you guys normally make, but you know, I guess it's early. 40K city. I mean, it's probably fine. But we broke our first 100 million, and after I have like maybe 50 episodes, so it's about an hour. So after about 50 hours of play, and about 40,000 people. I mean, I guess it's good. I don't know. I don't really see other people play that much. The Let's Plays I see, they don't even make any money. They make like $2,000 a week. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe I'm just doing it because I'm, you know, making a bunch of money on my parks, because I just put my parks in between people, in between where people are and where they want to go. Let's take a look at this guy. So what do we need for him? So he needs more people. Alright, so we need more people. What's our unemployment? Not high enough. We need more people. So let's do some stuff. Alright. I think we have police, fire, and health in here. I don't think we have death care. But they can, I don't know, maybe use that. They'll probably just die. I don't know, we'll put a cemetery somewhere, I guess. That should help us level that up. What's the next milestone? 55, so another 15,000. Okay, we can do that. Yeah. So I think the next tile I want to get is this tile here. I gives this access to the highway. I think I might redo that interchange so it's not as long, so it gives us more room. Because it looks cool, like it's stretched out like that. That trumpet is stretched out, but at the same time it takes up a lot of space. So I'm thinking we're going to shorten it to like more like this is a little bit more compact. So shorten it here, up there, and then what I'm thinking about doing is we'll pull another trumpet off of this and bring a highway all the way down to here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy this tile, and then we have 2 tiles, and we'll get this tile and this tile. Our sewer's like up here. I don't know why the sewer's up here. Like, why are you doing that to me? I don't know how to get rid of that because this stays there. It needs to go out to sea. Like, why is the water coming back this way? It's impossible. Like, why is the water coming back? I don't know, is these pumps sucking up too much water? Because like I have, so I can't manipulate over there. If I widen this, maybe I'll widen this, and then would that make the water flow through here more and then come through here? If we get this tile, I know we get a piece of this. So I wonder if I widen this a little bit, will it increase the water flow here? And then I can plug this one up. Or I can widen this a little. Or deepen it. I don't know, I like how that looks. I don't really want to mess with that. Because we get the water here, I blocked this off. So I was trying, because I was trying to force the water here to go through here, to push this out in the sea. It's like coming back, and I got sewer water in my roundabout, basically. And it just doesn't dissipate. I don't know what to do with that. I'm thinking about just raising the land up and just making a freaking tidal wave to push it out. Just raise the land up, just push it out. Because it needs to go out to sea. Because I want to do stuff here. And I don't want to do it with sewer water. That's frustrating. This water doesn't move. That's a pain. And so I thought when I blocked this up, that's why this is like this. That like the water coming in here, coming down here, will push it through here. But like I feel like it's still coming up. So where's the water going? If I have water coming in this way, is it going around? Nah, can't go around that way. That's uphill. So I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. The water situation. Alright, let's go back to here. See what they're doing. He's good. He's good. Oh, we're using up a good amount of plastic, looks like. There we go. Okay. So, let's do some mathematics. Oh, we got the petroleum refinery. That's the one I was thinking about that uses like the oil. Oh, yeah, I think it uses petroleum and refines it. Hence petroleum refinery. So that's the one that can go in here. It's pretty big. So I don't know if it can go in this space or not. But we might just try it out. Let's see. Petroleum refinery is right here. See how huge that thing is? It's a monster. So I don't think we can fit it there. We could fit it here. We can bring a road off and put it right here. And maybe we will. Yeah, I don't see why we can't. Maybe just put it right there. And if we don't like it, we can always move it later. I have UF, for those of us who haven't been following the series, UF is unique factories. I'm going to put a bunch of unique factories in here. So I got this road here. It's going to feed into that. But the ones that are like, you know, because every element, we'll call it, you know, every resource has a factory that only, like, it only requires, say, that DLC resource. So like the bakery only requires like the flour, crops, and animal products. So it's like all like self-contained within the one thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't need plastic or anything like that. Same thing here. I think that refinery, all it needs is like petroleum. There's like the metal factory. All it needs is metal. I forget where it is. There's the furniture factory that only needs the wood. There's a steel plant. There you go, steel. All it needs is this metal. And then the furniture, all it needs is the plain timber and the paper. So like they're really nice to put down like within that area, because like it's immediate access. And then there's a couple kind of like the one here where, you know, it's only 2 out of the 4. So maybe there's one that has like farming and ore, and maybe one that's like, you know, ore and forestry. We'd have to look and see. But there's a couple of factories that just require 2 of the different elements, we'll say different resources. So they're good to kind of stick around here. But then there's ones that require like all 4 or 3 of the 4. And you can put them over here. I'm just tired. So it says, so we'll put the one here. I'm just gonna stick it over here for now. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. Put it down right here. And once again, this will like force us to or enable us, I should say, really not forcing us to put down more assets to keep up with the demand from these. Oh no, this isn't it. This requires petroleum. It says it requires metal. I thought that was, maybe that's all wrong. Why is this not down? Oh wait, no, I didn't put the eliminate factory down. I put that with something different. Okay. Oh, I was wrong about that. I thought this was I thought the petroleum only needed petroleum. Well, I guess it makes sense though. So, I was wrong on that one. Sorry. Maybe there isn't an oil one that just requires oil stuff. But the furniture factory does require just forestry items. I think there's and I thought there was, in the metal, the steel plant does require just the steel. So yeah, so the oil element, oil resource is the one that's the oddball that doesn't have like its own factory. I guess you're not supposed to build just that one. So let's take a look at this. So we can't put that down. So we're doing all right. What do we need here? We're getting pretty close, but we only have 560 of 800. Oh, we need more things. So let's do here. We need more people. We should have a maintenance building by now. That's it right here. Yeah. Okay. So I think the maintenance is 200. What does it give you? We're gonna get rid of most of these buildings. 75 workers. And what does this give you? 40. So I think that's what we want, a bunch of maintenance buildings all over the freaking place. So I think that's $200 a week, but it gives you quite a bit. Gives you like double the workers. We got to do math and upgrade our oil stuff because we did hit a new level there. How many people is that now? 1120. That's what we want. Okay. That'll get us to the next level. That'll get us over 800 population. 800 people. I should. Let's see. So we did what? We want to do some math on the oil. So we did it. So we did a previous episode. If you're new and you clicked on this one, we did the math on the oil on the resources. Wow, that was a quick 40 minutes. All right, so we got just a few minutes. Bring out La Calculadora on the cellular device here. Let's see. So this one, sludge is what we got, right? So it's you can do cost. This is probably easier to do cost per barrel. So the higher the number, the worse it is. Right, it costs more per barrel. So this one's the sludge pyrolysis plant. It's the first one you get. So we got down now. It's 240 hours a week, and it produces 40 barrels. So that's $6 a barrel. Okay. But then you look at this one. Oh. The protochemical plant. It's 320. Why am I on this? There we go. 320 divided by 40. Wait, something's not right. So it was this last thing, wasn't it? I'm missing something. Oh, it's plastic. I'm sorry. I want this one because I want to compare to the petroleum. So it's 400 a week. 80. So $5 a barrel. So $6 a barrel. The other one $5 a barrel. So it's more economical to put this down. And basically 2 of these equates to 1 of those. So we have 4. So we just need. We can run the game, I guess. We'll replace 1 of these. That, and then the same thing here. The naphtha cracker is 480 divided by 80. $6 a ton or a barrel. A ton. Okay, it's in tons. Whatever. Who cares? The unit doesn't matter. And then we got 320. Divided by 40. It's $8. So it's just $2 per week per ton cheaper to run the this guy. So we're gonna upgrade to that. And once again, one of these equates to 2 of those. So although 90 jobs, 70 jobs, so we just lost 20 jobs. So we probably should wait until we hit level 5 to do it, but we're level 4 now. Yeah. So how many jobs available? So we have 799. So we don't have enough, but we're not there on the production yet, right? Nah. Oh shoot, we're like like pretty far away. The forestry's been doing much. I think it was the first one we put down. So. And we're at 636, so we got more production to make. So let's do this. Let's turn this up to 125. I'll turn this up to like 110. Usually, I only like to make changes a little bit at a time, so we'll let that ride. We'll turn this one up to 125 because this doesn't use the same resources as the other one. And then now we should maybe justify putting some assets down. I shouldn't say justify. I should say allow us to put more assets down so that way we don't overproduce. And if we overproduce, things start exporting. It can break down our supply chain. So we want to just make sure everything kind of works steadily. All right, I think that's it for this episode. We'll come back and we'll keep monitoring this and. Maybe what we'll do next is frame out the forestry. When we'll do We'll start framing out the forestry and ore, and then we'll kind of check on these guys as we're doing that. And that way, as soon as these guys hit 5, we'll just switch to the next one. And then the next one. And then the next thing you know, probably in the next couple episodes, we'll have 4 level 5 DLC industries. Hopefully producing lots of stuff for lots of money. Not that it really matters at this point. And then we'll end up opening up this tile, and that'll give us a bunch of stuff to do. We should be able to get to 55,000 on that tile, plus, you know, we still have some area to zone in here. You know, a little bit of zoning in here to do. There's probably a few spaces in here we can fill in. And then we also need to work this area here and here, and then maybe do the ferries once the poo water goes away. But it seems like it's, for whatever reason, well, the water is flowing uphill for whatever reason. So, like, I don't understand that. The water's coming in here, the water's coming in here, but yet the water's coming in here. So, whatever. We'll have to figure it out somehow. Well, it's been a pleasure spinning you around, making you sick in the last few seconds. I hope you got something out of this episode, and we'll see you here shortly as we continue to expand our industry. Take care.